been a while since I've recorded any video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ashwini and I love making plushies and Amigurumi toys, and in today's video I'm just here to tell you guys like what's been happening, where have I been all this time, and why there wasn't any video. Here at the Knotty family, everybody has been sick for the past 3 weeks, so that's why we didn't have any videos. So we had gone camping to the Halliburton forest at the start of July. So it was the Canada Day weekend. So we went camping and it was an amazing experience, you guys. Everything was fine and everything went well there. The travel and everything was just perfect. But when we came back, my husband falls sick, and it happened to be that he had to travel to US like immediately the next weekend. So we came back on Monday. We came back on Sunday, and he had to again fly to San Francisco on Sunday. So it was like he had 1 week, to rest and chill, and he had office, but he fell sick. And he was so sick that we had to take him, like, I thought initially it's just cold and flu, but then he got a temperature and it kept rising. So we took him to the hospital on Friday, and yeah, they told him like if the fever doesn't come down, he cannot fly. So he was really very stressed, and the doctor said that once his fever comes down by Sunday, he can fly, or else he won't fly. So that was like the ultimatum given to him, and he was so stressed about it because it was an important meeting from his office and he wanted to go and all that jazz. So on still, like, he thought that is going to come down. So we packed his bag and he was all prepped, and we were just waiting to see how he's doing. So by Sunday morning he was much better with the medication that the doctor prescribed to him, and Sunday morning, like, he was all set. We packed his bag and everything, and we were like, we'll see how this night goes. And his flight was early morning on Monday. So, and then Armin, my son, was doing well, and he woke up from his nap in the afternoon and he woke up with a fever. So I checked his temperature and it was like 39.6 degrees Celsius. And we were like, oh my god, like how, like I think it got transferred from my husband to him. And he was so sick, you guys, like we had to rush him to the ER. So Sunday night, imagine my husband is going to fly early morning Monday. Like he had to his flight was at 8 a.m. in the morning, so he had to leave early. And on Sunday night, like the night before, we are at the ER, and the experience in the ER is so bad, you guys. Like we checked in at around 6 p.m. and even if I had a baby and he's below 2 years of he is below 2 years, we still had to wait a long time to see the doctor. And we saw the doctor at around 12:30 in the night. So we saw the doctor and he sent us back home with the child with fever. Like they were like, it's okay, he's doing fine, his fluid levels are okay, just his temperature is not going down, so you need just to give him Tylenol or Advil, like alternate between these two. And they sent us back home. So we come back home at around 1 o'clock, like in the night, and my husband had to live in like 3-4 hours like for his flight. And he was contemplating, he was like, how do I leave a sick child, like you are alone here, and like how will you be able to take care of him and all that. But I literally pushed him out of the house. I was like, you're feeling better, you must fly because it's important, and if there is anything, like you can come back, like So he was not willing to leave the house, but he did go. So apparently, like, he had to leave, and then I was alone with the sick child for 4 days. So Monday to Thursday we were alone, and his temperature wouldn't come down, you guys. Like I was so I was so distressed all the time, and I had my office, and like Of course, I wasn't like, he wasn't troubling me or something. Like, he used to sleep all day long. Like, I just used to wake him up for his food, and I kept, like, I kept a check on his temperature. And basically the doctor said that you need to see us like after 3 or 4 days. Like, even if his temperature doesn't come down, we would like to see you on Thursday. So by the time my husband was going to come back, so there was no point asking him to wait, right? So I took care of Armin, and his temperature wouldn't come down. So I gave him, like, like cold press like on his forehead, and lukewarm water baths, and he was doing good. So he was eating, he was taking his fluids, so we were like, relaxed on that side. But of course, like, it was my first time with a sick child, and this was the first time ever he got sick. So it was like a very stressful situation. And yeah, and on Thursday afternoon my husband comes back, and once he lands at the airport, I discovered like Armin is getting some rashes on him. So he started with his right hand, he got some bumps here and then on his back, and I was like, his temperature was coming down. So now it was like 37.5, so it was in a normal range. But then this rashes. So as soon as my husband came home, we went to the walk-in clinic to just make sure like everything is fine. Like, why is he getting all this rashes all of a sudden when his temperature is coming down? So it seemed like because of all the medication he was taking all this 4 days, so this was just a reaction to that. And apparently this sent us back home again, saying that it's okay, it will come down by next day, or else you can see a family doctor, book an appointment and come and see the family doctor. But when we came back home at around 10 o'clock, like, I realized like all his rashes were all settled and he was doing fine, and his temperature had come down as well. So I believe it was because of the medication, like so much medication he was having, so because of that. And then he was doing all good. So this was like 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks in after we came back from camping. And then I felt sick. Like, I wasn't sick, but all this, with all this traveling and packing and Armin being sick, I forgot to look at myself, and I had developed a rash because of the mosquito bite there. Apparently I got bit by mosquitoes, and I swear to God, like, I did not feel it. Like, when when mosquito bites you, you feel it. But when we left from there, I was like so happy because I thought that no mosquito bit me. Of course some, but not so much that I saw afterwards on my legs. Like all my lower body was covered in mosquito bites. And this 2 weeks I didn't even realize, right? Like, I wasn't keeping a check on myself, and I kept scratching, and I didn't even realize like it spread all over my lower body, and I was going to almost develop a secondary infection because of that. So we went to the hospital last week, and they prescribed me some medication and some cortisol cream and all that stuff to bring down my reaction. So yeah, so I was dealing with that then. And now I'm all good. Everything has come down, but I was like, it's just mosquito bite. Like, I kept ignoring it because I was like, yeah, it's mosquito. Like, of course I've been bitten by mosquito, this is not the first time, right? So I didn't think that it's going to become so serious. It turns out that I am overreacting to mosquito or bug bites, it seems. So my body cannot handle that, and it reacts in a way like I get swelling all over my leg. And also after I started my medication, I went on for a walk like 2 days back, and I think a mosquito bit me on my right hand. And by night my hand was fully swollen. Like, I had so much swelling, and I am on medication already for mosquito bite. So I thought like, it's going to help for this swelling to come down. But today I don't have any swelling, but until yesterday my hand was like swollen just from one bite. So it seems like My body doesn't like mosquito bites. So all this is happening. So last 3 weeks were like, oh my god, I just wanted to get, I don't like anybody being sick in the house, and especially Armin. Like, you know, everybody's mood was like, when is he going to get fine? And you know, because he's such a playful baby, and during all this time he was so quiet, and he couldn't hold his head up because, you know, he had so much fever. And yeah, but now he's doing good, so we are all fine and slowly coming back on track. And sorry about all the storytelling. So this was all that happened, and that is the reason I was MIA. But still, I managed to crochet in between whenever I had some time here and there. With all that, I have 2 markets that are coming up. So I have a market on 31st of July, that's on Wednesday, and I have another market on August 4th. So these are like quite tight, like I just have like 3-4 days in between, and we'll see how things goes. And I haven't shot a video for what I made in May, what I made in June, and it's already July, so I don't know what I'm doing. I might just skip all these months, and I'll tell you guys what I made so far. Okay, so starting with, you must have seen this guy. I made him and I posted him on Instagram. I really loved how the frog hat is come, and he's a cute ducky. So made this in acrylic yarn. I wanted to make one more, but it took me a lot of time, so I was like, let's see. And his hat comes out, so you can make different kinds of hat and then you can just put it on him. This is a free pattern. I think it's a tutorial on YouTube. I'll link everything down below for you to find. So this is my cute little ducky. Then I made some cats. I did a poll yesterday on Instagram and asked if I should give her a face or just give her eyes and that's it. But many of you wanted me to keep the face, so we have the cat with the face. So I used a bird net in this. This is a baby blanket, and this is the sparkle. I know it doesn't show up in the camera, but this is the sparkle yarn. So it has blue sparkles and it goes very well with the blue eyes. I got this eyes from Amazon. Aren't they cute? Like, she's the cutest. And my mom has a cat and she is same like this, so we named this cat after my mom's cat, so her name is Bella. So that's Bella. Isn't she cute? Is it focusing? Yeah, look at the eyes, you guys. And the cat has blue eyes like the one that my mom has, so it's the same. So that's Bella. Then my sister, she has a cat named Tokyo, so this is for her. So we named this cat as Tokyo because she is gray in color and I don't have gray, so we chose black for her, and she has yellow eyes, so I used yellow eyes on this one. But we are not going to make the face, I'm just going to keep it like this. So let's see. And I'm going to put this all on Etsy, so by the time this video comes out, I hope like all this is on Etsy if you guys want to check it out. So that's that. Then I made some car hangers, you guys. Look at this, isn't it amazing? So we have 3, actually we have 4. I'll show you one more. So we have a bunny. So what happened is, actually this was meant to be a Totoro and I forgot that I have to put white patches, and I put the safety eyes and I sew it in. And later I was like, oh my god, I forgot to put the white patch. Like, I wanted to do a magic ring and put it here and then the eyes on that, and it would have turned out to be a Totoro, but then I didn't want it to go this for waist, so we made a gray rabbit or a gray bunny, whatever. So we have two. And we have this cutie. This is my favorite. Isn't she cute? Let me see if it's focusing here. Oh, she has a pink bow. And then I'll show you this one up close. Come on, focus. Yeah. So this was supposed to be a Totoro, but yeah, it's a bunny now. And then this one. I gave him a little blush and on his ears also, so he looks cute. So made these three, and then I made a frog. So come on, focus, focus. Yep, he has a heart belly, guys. Isn't he the cutest? And he has some blush. I didn't make his face. I'll make his face, but yeah. So I have these car hangers, or they put this on the rear view mirror, right? So come on, focus. See, come on. Yep, here it is. So I have 4 car hangers, and I'm going to make more. I wanted to make that Totoro, you guys. See, I got the swing done, so I'll make that. And what else did I make? Yep. So I made this baby Yoda. Has all this fluff. So I made him. I'm thinking of making one more. My husband didn't like it. He says that his ears are too small. But I like him. Let me know if you like him too. Actually, this was a free pattern on Pinterest which says little alien. But I gave him this colors hoping that it looks like a Yoda. So here, that one. Then I have a small basket. I made this Pikachu last night actually. So my son Armin, his pet name is Pikachu. Like his grandparents call him Pikachu. So I wanted to make one. So this is a Pikachu. I'll put him as a keychain. Come on, focus. And he has that thunderbolt, what you call the tail here. Then he has the stripes. And yeah, it was so difficult to make his face, you guys. Like he has that W-shaped face, like. And I couldn't, so I just put a small line for his nose. I don't know why doesn't it focus. Come on, yeah, I think I have to bring it more near. And then he has his blush. So Pikachu. Then I made this rat or a mouse. Oh, he's so cute. Just look at his ears. Oh, come on, baby, focus. Focus. Yeah. Here. See? Oh, isn't he cool? He has big ears, chonky mouse. And then he has a cute little tail behind. So here I'm going to make more and more colors. This is like, you just have to use single colors and they turn out so cute. I thought it's going to be much smaller, but to my surprise, it turned out like a good size, like. So I'll have some of these. Isn't he the cutest? And I put some little blush on him as well. So that. Then I made a watermelon. So if you see the trend, you guys, I'm making more in acrylic yarn for some reason. So we have a watermelon keychain. I have to put keychains on them, but yeah, to just have a summer vibe. So we have some fruits. So this one. Then I'm going to a sunflower farm, as I said. It's on August 4th, and I wanted to make some sunflowers. So we have a sunflower keychain here, and I just have one for now because, as I said in my earlier videos, like I'd like to try and see how things turn out, and then I can just make multiples. So I think I like this pattern, and it's pretty easy. So you just have to make the front and backs, like the center in the brown color, like make two, and then you join them and just make this picot stitches for the leaves. And then the leaf is also picot stitches for the petals, and the leaf is also quite easy. So I am going to do this, and then we'll put a keychain, and then we'll have something like, you know, sunflower related. And I'm also going to do a sunflower and like some flower related plushies, so you know, to get that vibe of a sunflower farm. So we did that, and I made a strawberry. Just look at that. Should hold it down. Come on, see, look at the leaf, and it's a cute sunflower. It's a strawberry. It's a cute strawberry. So I'm going to make strawberry keychains, and this afternoon I got 10 made. So I started with pink, and my husband is like, make in red, but I like pink. You tell me guys, pink also looks nice, right? So I'm going to make some in pink, and I prepped 10 of the other strawberries. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10. Sorry. So I have 10 strawberries prepped. I have to make leaves for them, and also sew on the seeds. So I'll have these ready, and then we'll put the keychains, and it's done. And I am going to do 10 of the pink ones tonight. So I have like 20 strawberries like in a basket like this, right? So these are like prep for my farmers market, because I wanted to make something like vegetable related. So maybe some broccolis also. Let's see. So that is all that I did during all this downtime. So, and I also have to make this cat. By the way, this cat is a paid pattern. So I know I had told in my other video that I had 2 custom orders, and I would have shown you guys like what I did, but I did not record. I did not even click pictures of the stuff that I made. So I have to get a little proactive and, you know, take pictures and all that. But basically the customer wanted a cat, and I love this pattern like crazy, and I always wanted to buy it. And I thought this is the right time now. If she wants a cat, I showed her the pictures of this cat, and she really liked it. So I was like, it's a sign, just buy it. So I bought this pattern on Etsy, and isn't the shape the cutest? Like, it's amazing. I just love it. So I am going to prep some more. So these are like pure white and pure black, and I'm going to do some which has color changes. And for this particular cat, like for this cats, I got these eyes from Amazon. I'll link this down below if you're interested, but these are amazing eyes. I really loved, and in person it really looks like real eyes. So this is what I'm going to do, and yeah, with that it's a wrap, you guys. So I know it's been such a downtime, and with all my market coming in, I'm like, I haven't prepped much. I am going to bring all my plushies what I have, and I wanted to make something like a low priced item. Basically, when I made the Yoda, I thought that it's going to be a smaller one, so I could, you know, sell it for like $10 or something, but it came out to be a large size. So I'm going to look more into the Yoda pattern and see if I can get some smaller ones like free on Pinterest or like that. And yeah, so this is all what I crocheted. So in all I have 10, 11 strawberries, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 things made. And also yesterday I went to Michael's and I bought some yarn. So I finally got my hands on this. I wanted to buy this from a long time and they are expensive, like $12. And I was like, I always like was thinking what would I make if I get these, but yesterday I couldn't stop myself. I was like, no, I'll get these and I'll figure out. So I'm thinking of making chickens, and yeah, and let's see what else I can do with this too. But they are so soft and plush, you guys. I couldn't resist this time. I was like, no, I want to buy, and they were not on sale. I paid full price. So this too. And I also wanted to get this color, the lilac color. So I always see plushies like on Instagram made with this color, and I'm like, I also want one. So I got this. I'm thinking of making a hippo out of this. I saw this picture on Pinterest and I really liked how it turned out, and they have used this color to make the hippo. I know it's like but I am going to use this to make that. So that, and finally I got my hands on the yellow color in loops and threads. So I saw it and I was like, I have to. I don't need it now, but I got it because I have bees. I thought of making more. I'm thinking of making a different style, like bees but in different style. So maybe a sitting bee or something like that. So probably we'll use this for that. So I got 4 yarns, and that is it for today's videos, you guys. So I know this video is kind of random, but yeah, this is all that happened in this last 3 weeks, and we are back on track. So let's see how I plan for my market. So today is 21st or 22nd? 21st. Today is 21st and my market is on 31st. So I have exactly 10 days to prep. And it's on Wednesday, so my husband is going to drop me, help me. It's like it's outdoors, so I have to set up the tent and everything, which I can't do on my own. So he's going to come help me set up everything, and then they are going to leave because it's Wednesday. He has work, so I'll be there at the market and I'll keep you guys updated how it goes and take you along like my last market and tell you guys, like, hopefully this one does better than my last one, fingers crossed. And that was it for today's video, you guys. So if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing to my channel, and see you guys in my next video.